More than 100 European Union parliamentarians have backed a proposal by India and South Africa for the waiver of the IPR, or the intellectual property rights, for COVID vaccines. India's Trade Minister also confirmed that the 57 WTO members are backing the IndiaSouth Africa proposal. The Africa Group has become the latest to back the proposal on the suspension of vaccine patents.
We are not on fighting with people about evergreening, about IP rights, about generics, about special products, all of that. But we are rather engaging with them. We are rather fighting them on their own turf. We are rather ensuring that what we are providing works best for India and for the rest of the world. It's affordable in India. We will have to hold our own to ensure that generic medicines are available in India at the right price, in sufficient quantity. And we can work through this along with international regulators and foreign governments.
114 European Union parliamentarians, or MEPs, have issued a declaration calling the European Commission and the European Council to not block the waiver for COVID vaccine intellectual property rights at the World Trade Organization. The proposal for waiver was given by India and South Africa jointly last year, but faces stiff opposition from Western countries, including the EU. A statement by EU leaders reads, and I quote, WTO decision on a potential waiver offers a crucial and much-needed act of effective solidarity. It is an important step towards increasing local production in partner countries and ultimately suppressing this pandemic on a global scale, unquote. The development comes ahead of the European Council meeting on Thursday and the crucial decision to be made by all member states at the WTO General Council on the 1st to 2nd of March. The WTO had met on Tuesday to discuss the proposal, and a consensus is yet to be achieved. 35-member LDC group of least developed countries have come out in support of the proposal. However, for the developed world, a license-free regime means permanently altering the IP landscape. Meanwhile, two pharma majors have acknowledged that a tie-up with the Serum Institute of India, key to mass production of COVID vaccines, British-Swedish pharma giant AstraZeneca and US pharmaceutical major Novavax, have told lawmakers that they are ready to scale up their production of COVID-19 vaccines in partnership with the Serum Institute of India. AstraZeneca vaccines being made in India are being distributed across the world and even to the WHO's COVAX program. Meanwhile, John Trezino, Executive Vice President of Novavax, says that his company is committed to reasonable pricing, equitable distribution and allocation, and expansive access worldwide, which is what will be required to fully control the pandemic. Our correspondent, Carlton Ongwu, has sent us this report.
The India-South Africa proposal on the waiver of COVID-19 vaccine patent is gaining momentum as WION has learned that 57 members of the WTO are backing this proposal. The Western countries that do not support this have now come under heavy pressure as more than 100 EU parliamentarians are also in favor of this idea. Further, 35 members of the least developed countries are also in full support of the South Africa-India proposal. No outcome has come from this as yet from the WTO, as discussions are still undergoing. However, when this proposal is approved, this will make access to vaccines much easier for all countries. This is Carlton Ongwu from Johannesburg, South Africa, for WION World is One.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.